whenever we ask for the purpose of our life, that what really is the purpose of our life, often many of the spiritual masters, they say that there is no purpose to life, or it is purposelessness to come to that state. So he is asking that if one really lives a life honestly and remains surrendered, what is it leading to? He says that since ages, saints have devoted their entire lifetime to help the others awaken. You too spend so much energy in doing the same. What is the outcome that the saints wished for?
Freedom from outcomes.
Adding to that, he says, imagining a world where everyone is peaceful and closer to the truth. Is it this that they wished for?
It's not a matter of imagination. All your imaginations will be of a false world. A million kinds of falsenesses can be imagined, Mutasim. Truth or a truthful world cannot be imagined. But you are not so much to be blamed. You have had many stories, many novels, many movies, many songs devoted to describing or picturizing a utopian world of truth, no? So they would show you a jungle in which the hare and the hound are dancing together, hand in hand. And they'll say, this is an enlightened world. The lion and the deer are drinking from the same river, you see, side by side. And it's so cute. All the animals have formed a circle. There is a zebra, and next to the zebra is the bear, and next to the bear is the goat, and next to the goat is the python, next to the python is the eagle, next to the eagle is the rabbit, and they are all dancing together. This is the kind of world you imagine, Mutasim, right? What else can you imagine? Don't you see, this is nothing but the dual opposite of what you see all around you. What you see all around you, you call as false. So when you have to imagine, you just start imagining the opposite of the false, and you think that the truth is the opposite of the false. False. The truth is not the opposite of the false. False can be imagined, and the opposite of false too can be imagined. All imagination would therefore be limited to the province of falseness. Truth is not a matter of imagination. Don't make that mistake. If the lion and the deer are dancing together, very soon one of them is going to die. Either the lion will die of hunger, or if the lion chooses to not to remain hungry, then the deer will die. The lion and the deer are not going to dance together if that is the kind of truthful world you are imagining. What do you mean by a truthful world? If you really are established in the world, all imaginations of the world would vanish. If you are still imagining how a truthful world would be, then one thing is certain: you are not seated in the truth. Do consider that those who have known have repeatedly told you that the world itself is false. Then what do you mean by a true world? You want to know the purpose of spirituality. You want to know the outcome of spirituality. You are saying, suppose spirituality succeeds, then what would the world look like? To whom? To whom? Are we talking of Mission Polio? There you can have a vision. You can say, if the mission to eradicate polio succeeds, then we will have a world in which there are no polio sufferers. All right. You can have a vision with respect to polio and the absence of polio. You can have a vision when it comes to electrification of a village. You can very well say that right now this village is plunged in darkness. But if the mission to electrify succeeds, then this is what the village would look like. You can draw an anticipatory blueprint. And when the electrification succeeds, it would quite closely resemble your blueprint. These are the things where you can imagine, anticipate, predict. You can look at a baby bird and project what the bird would look like once it grows up, if it grows up. And if it does grow up, it would quite closely correspond to your forecast. But you cannot look at baby Gautam and try to predict what he would do if the Buddha inside him awakens. Baby Gautam can be predicted to become Gautam the young man. But if you want to have an imagination about Buddha, then you are entertaining yourself. People come to me with this question, but what is your vision? What do you want to do? Ultimately, when will you call yourself successful? Do you have a benchmark? All that is done with a purpose. They will come and very scholarlyly tell me that every project must have a finish line. If you are doing something, you must know what the end of the doing is. And I have a very difficult time explaining to such people that I really do not have any vision. At most, if I have goals, they are very, very short term. I'm not looking beyond today, maybe tomorrow, maybe 2 months at max, if I dare to venture that far ahead. Even venturing 2 months or 6 months ahead of myself is a transgression. It is an encroachment into a forbidden area. Then how do I dare to think years in advance? But that's what your scholars and leaders have done. That's what even your spiritual gurus have done. They have sold you dreams. They have told you, look, this is what my vision of the future is. This is what my dream world would look like. And I want to share this vision with you. I want you to buy into this vision. And you say, wow. What a painting you have created. Can it be reality someday? And the fellow says, of course it can be. Let's march towards it together. And you say, wow, here I am, enrolled. I'm joining you. You only want to march towards something known, Mutasim, right? Don't you see what you are doing? Don't you say that even in marching towards something, essentially you just want to stay put stubbornly in your rat hole? When you talk of your love towards an outcome or a vision or a result, it appears that you are desirous of change. But what kind of change? Change that ensures that the core tendency to clutch, to remain afraid, to direct, to plan, to be assured in advance remains unchanged. The man who has never seen, the man who has been blind since birth, is trying to predict what colors are like, what objects are like, and what is meant by the visual beauty of things, and what all he would love to see once he gains his eyesight. He just does not want to admit that it does not behove him to talk of light. He must just worship light. He must just be sold out to light. He must just let everything be done that would bring light to him. He has no business talking of light. He has no business predicting things. But people get very suspicious when you do not sell them a vision. Because we are creatures of fear. We want to feel assured and secure. When somebody sells you a vision, then you feel you are in control. Then you feel that if you are moving, then the destination is known, so you won't be lost. Then you feel that if you are moving, then you know in advance where you are going to reach. And that way you will not reach an undesirable place. Hell, do you see this is what you want? Even in the spiritual journey, you just want to reach a desirable place. And so you demand a vision. Many in team demand a vision from me. And when they don't get a vision, they get very suspicious. But what is it that you want to do? 1 year down the line, where do you see yourself? Ultimately, why are you doing all this? And you know what? Now, I have begun answering and satisfying them. There was a time when I was cavalier enough to dismiss such questions away. They would ask me this question, I'll tell them, I don't have a vision. Go away. I'm just doing. What pleases me. I'm just having a good time. Now I give them visions. I don't like myself doing that. But very soon maybe I'll succeed in dropping this dislike also. Maybe very soon they will win to such an extent that I'll become a professional peddler of visions, Marigolds will be hanging down from the walls. And stars will be shining in your commodes. And when you will push the flush button, you will hear divine jingles. And pigs will fly. So Mutassim, don't worry. Very soon I'll have a vision ready for you. I'm learning, you see. I have many teachers.